everyone, welcome back to my channel. So you guys, so as you all know, I've announced October 2022 I'll be in Ghana. So yeah, that is about, if you count this month, it's about 4 months away. If you don't count this month, it's about 3 months away. So 3 or 4 months, I'll be in Ghana once again. So you guys, y'all already know how excited I am. You know how much I love Ghana. You know how much I learned. So I'm just looking forward to sharing that experience again for viewers that have watched me from that first time to new viewers coming. So I appreciate all of you so much. And yeah, I know I said, now the purpose of this video is just to give a update to my trip and a tip that I learned in that process of getting my flight. So I know I had said previously, I think I mentioned in my video prior, a few videos before, that I would be getting my ticket in June. But it's May now, and I've decided, okay, let me just get my flight now in the month of May. So I did see that the price went up a little bit, and that's to be expected because usually with flights, one of the things that I discovered is that the earlier you get your flight, the better. It's always best to get your flight as early as possible, because for those of you who travel a lot and know a lot about traveling and things like that, you know that the earlier you get your flight, the cheaper it'll be. So I realize now that we're coming up on the 3 to 4 month range, that it is around that time where tickets will start to rise a little bit. Because of that kind of mark is when flights start getting higher, around when it's 3 to 4 months out from your time you want to travel, your date you anticipate to go. So I expected that. Last year when I got my flight, last year I went to Ghana September of 2021. I got my ticket with the airline February. I got my ticket in February. Now that flight was around $900 in that ballpark range, which I thought was actually pretty reasonable, because I'm like, okay, it's an international flight, and at that time I'd never traveled internationally before, so I was like, it's around that price range where I thought, okay, that's to be expected. Now, what I did discover is that you can go to many other places around the world for way cheaper than that. And I realized, okay, when it comes to going like to West Africa, in Europe, tickets are expensive. And I don't know if it's because it's popular demand to go to those places, or, whatever the case may be. But I do know that you can go to international places for a ticket that's like $400 or $500. So when I shared that with people that like, oh, my flight was like $900, they're like, what? That's so expensive. They couldn't believe I paid that much for a flight. But I mean, that was actually considered the cheapest because I got it like way beginning of the year. So yeah, but anyway, that's something I want to share quickly, is that the earlier you get your flight, the cheaper it'll be. Now, some of you may know that, and that's fine, but I do know that there's people that have never even been on a plane, who aren't used to traveling internationally, who've probably never been, and just don't know much about it, or what they should do, or what's a good tip, or things like that. Now, I know last year that was my first time international, so there's a lot of things that I learned. But like I said, the purpose of this channel is to share what I've learned for those who may not know, and just hopefully help somebody and make their time and experience easier. So yeah, and guys, another thing I learned too was that the flight itself, of you being on the flight, like your seat ticket, your seat price is not expensive at all. What makes the ticket expensive is all these hidden fees that I never knew about. Guys, I never knew, and I may be silly and that's fine for this, but I never knew that your flight, I mean, obviously you see it now and it makes sense, but like these extra fees, like U.S. immigration fee, transportation fee, Ghana international fee, like all these fees that make up the ticket price. Obviously, you know, now that you see that, you're like, okay, I can see why and how that makes sense. But you guys, how many of you probably just never thought about that? Like, you've never just thought about, why is it so much? Like, what are these extra costs and things that make up this over the top expensive plane ticket? So that's another thing I discovered. So this year my flight was around $1,180. That was to be expected, like I said, because I waited a little bit longer this time to get my flight. And with flights, guys, especially international flights, I've learned that, you know, when you start hitting that 3-4 month mark of your trip coming up, the flight's going to start raising a little bit. The price is going to start raising because it's just, you know, the closer the flight, the more expensive it's going to be. That's just how like airlines work and things like that. This time, instead of going through a third party, I went directly with the airline. So last year I did cheapoair.com. I was like, okay, it's my first time. Let me see if I can find a cheaper flight. This time I went straight with the airline. Now, believe it or not, you guys, this time I went with the airline, and it was actually cheaper with the airline directly than going through a third party. I don't know why, but I saw that was cheaper. So I was like, well, let me just go with the airline. I mean, it's just smarter that way. And then 2, it's just easier to just get your flight through the airline. That's what I learned, and that's what I prefer. I prefer to just go with the airline rather than going through a third party, because say if you have to call the airline or something, it's just a whole thing. You have to go through the third party, and then the third party has to call on your behalf and all this stuff. So I just realized, okay, for now on, I'm just going directly with the airline, make it easier for myself. So yeah, you guys, that's just a quick little update. So yeah, if you're planning on going on a flight, you're planning a trip, international or whatever the case, guys, as early as possible, make sure you get your flight as early as you can, because it's going to be just cheaper and it'll just be better that way. You know, in my opinion, I just discovered, like, for me, that's what I prefer now, just to do it like that. Just sharing some tips so that you guys don't have those same issues and different things, and, you know. So yeah, you guys, I am, like I said, 3-4 months. October, I'll be in Ghana, beginning of October for 1 month. So I will be there. Yeah, we're really excited this time to be going, and I'm going to share, of course, this journey for round 2. So yeah, I'm going to share it and show you guys everything. Also, this month of May is my birthday. It's my birthday month. So I'm going to be, going on a birthday trip to a museum that I've been wanting to go to for a long time. I'm going to try to record that too, like in a couple weeks my birthday will be here, so I'm really excited to show you guys that. It's the Museum of the Bible here in Washington, D.C. I don't know if some of you've heard of it, but it's a really beautiful museum. So much history and discoveries and things like that in this museum. It was built about 4 to 5 years ago. I planned to go a long time ago, but completely forgotten that this museum was in Washington, D.C. And now I remembered, I was like, this is the perfect time for me to do that. Especially since my birthday is on a Saturday. May 21st is my birthday. It's on a Saturday this year. So that's going to be really fun too. It's nice when your birthday is on the weekend. You know, you can just do more and actually celebrate on your actual birthday. So that's nice. But yeah, guys, so that's just the quick little tip and update. that I wanted to share. So hope you all are doing really good. Again, remember, if you have your vaccine, you do not have to show a COVID test to travel international to Ghana. So just make sure, you know that, and it just makes it easier for you. You don't have to worry about the fee of that test, that outrageously expensive test, and then when you get to Ghana, you don't have to take a test, and when you're coming back to your native country, flying back, you don't have to take a test. So it just eliminates all the test stuff and everything. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. Hope you all are doing really good. Keep liking, keep commenting, and subscribing. And I will see you guys soon with another update and more stuff that I'm going to be preparing for my upcoming trip. So yeah, guys, stay tuned, and thank you all for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye.